Well, back here at home, we saw some lighter showers and a few flakes on Christmas down here in the metro area. It was raining hard in the mountains a bit.
It was, and so a lot of people took to social media to talk about the holiday rainfall and whether or not that's rare. As 9 News meteorologist Chris Bianchi explains, well, it has happened before.
Well, we saw something on your Christmas Day that we don't often see in the Denver area. Rain. Yeah, most of us aren't exactly dreaming of a wet Christmas, but in some cases, it wasn't just a little bit of rain. We saw in West Arvada almost a full inch of rain on Christmas night. Now, that's pretty unusual, and that led to a lot of people speculating that perhaps climate change could play a role in the fact that it rained in Denver on Christmas Day. A lot of you anecdotally were saying that you can't remember the last time that you saw rain on Christmas Day. I'm going to push back on that a little bit. Now, Denver has warmed up by about 2 degrees in the last 100 years. Climate change is taking place. It is something that is impacting our day-to-day lives here in Colorado. But when we were talking about the rain last night, our air temperatures in the Denver area are about 38 to 45 degrees for the most part. It wasn't close. 32 degrees or below, you're obviously talking about snow or icy weather. When it's 6 degrees above that, whether or not we're talking about a warming climate, that's probably not playing a role. So my point being here, folks, we've had rain on Christmas Day. We had it in 1892, 1922. In fact, we had more than a ½ inch of rain in Denver on Christmas Day. 1942, we had a decent amount of rain as well. And of course, here in 2024 as well. Now, in general, the rule of thumb, just like in the other way around, when it snows, that doesn't mean that climate change is not happening. But if it's raining in Denver on a single day, in a single year, in a single place, that does not mean, that is not a sign of climate change. It's hard to say definitively one way or the other whether or not that's the case, but most likely that's not the influence of climate change. Here's what is. When we're talking about a really warm month, a prolonged time period, average temperature of 40 degrees for us in Denver so far this month, more than 90 degrees above average, that probably has something to do with climate change. Another example would be the fact, and my colleague meteorologist Corey Reppenhagen spoke a lot about this last week, we've had an extreme kind of oscillation with snow. For example, last month, we had our 4th snowiest November on record. This month, zip, zilch, nothing officially out at the airport. That is a sign of climate change. A rainy Christmas, not so much.